Now, there are many ways that the government can mislead or outright lie to people without you personally being unable to fact check them. Unless you happen to have a think tank, you don't know much about the world besides what your personal experience have. And you rely on the news and you trust some of the news sources to accurately inform you. But for instance, if the news were to say that crime is down, I mean, you can't really fact check that. Sure, you may live in a neighborhood and you may witness crime happening every day, but that can be just your neighborhood. There's no actual way of knowing if at the national level crime is up or down, besides your personal experiences, of course. But there are certain things that the government cannot lie to people, and that is about the economy and inflation. And the reason it cannot lie is because all of us go to the supermarket. And whether or not the supermarket raises its prices, it's impossible for all the supermarkets to raise their prices. And if that happens, then it's inflation and the economy is shit. Now, what's interesting is that despite the government cannot lie to people about inflation and the economy, they still do. And what's even more interesting is that there's a lot of shills or people that I have to trust their intelligence at this point, which are trying to gaslight you that no, actually the economy is perfect. One of those people were David Pacman, who had people calling in his show and they were saying like, dude, the economy is pretty fucking awful. And he was like gaslighting and trying to pull some statistics. It's like, look, I go to the supermarket, I see that stuff is expensive. If your statistics say otherwise, then your statistics are wrong. I mean, seriously, like imagine this. You're going outside and it's sunny. But the weatherman on television is saying that no, it's actually raining. And he's got like all these charts and statistics and studies and he's trying to convince you that it's actually raining outside. But like, dude, I'm literally outside right now. I'm touching grass. It's sunny. What the fuck are you talking about, right? Like, you are the problem. And I remember like Short Fat Otaku as well being like, well, maybe the economy is actually great. So now you had like a list of articles from the mainstream media that came out a couple of months ago, basically claiming that the economy is good, but will voters know that it is? Like, will voters believe Joe Biden that the economy is great? And I guess like their cope was that despite the fact that the economy is perfect, absolutely sublime, the misinformation on social media makes people believe that the economy is actually shit. So let's look at some of that misinformation.
I feel like I'm gonna be sick. I just like looked through my Walmart history, and I found this like Walmart order from 2 years ago for the whole month worth of groceries. 45 items cost $126. A whole month of groceries just for me, basically. But I did notice this reorder all button, and I wanted to see how much it would cost now. Now, this order of 45 items for 1 month would have cost $414. That is 4 times more. How the fuck? How? Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, he's bewildered, right? Because, like, the television and all the official sources and the smart people are telling him that, hey, the economy is great. And most people can say, well, you know, maybe they get it a little bit wrong. Maybe it's like 5% worse or 10% worse than they're actually claiming. But it can't be that bad. But it is. It is. And all of us know that it is because all of us go shopping. Now, the only people that probably legitimately do not know how bad it is are people like Pac-Man. I would include Short Fat Otaku here, maybe. You know, like the people that go to the groceries and they do not check the prices. Like they have enough money to the point where they just dump the shit into the shopping cart without looking at how much it costs. Like maybe those people genuinely, unironically do not know how expensive things have gotten. But the rest of us that actually do look at the prices and do try to make smart purchases so we don't go bankrupt, we notice the increase. And it's not only that we notice the increase, we've been calling the increase when all the experts were saying that there's not going to be an inflation. Like, remember when they shut down the economy during COVID? And they were basically printing money like crazy while people were sitting at home? And they were also having the audacity to say, no, like, we can print trillions. Like, it's not going to cause inflation. No, it's fine. Like, we can just print another trillion. You know, like, if printing money would cause wealth, then printing diplomas would end stupidity, as Thomas Sowell likes to say. It's absolutely ridiculous. And at the time, I was basically saying, yeah, this is going to fuck up the economy. And the answer from leftists that actually believed me was, yeah, sure it will, but you know, if only we can save one life. If only we can save one life, because like life is more important than the economy. So that a couple of months later they would go like to war. It's like, oh my fucking god. See, even my troll died. The battery of my phone just ran out. This is how bad things are. Now, the problem is that first of all, the wages haven't increased. Like, I don't know many people who are receiving more money because of the inflation. It's like they have the same wage, but the prices have gone up dramatically. And I know like freelancers, they're having problems because they want to ask for more, but people don't have money to pay them. And the second issue is that we still don't know if we're seeing the end of it. Because prices still go up. I mean, I remember the middle of last year when there was inflation. And the prices weren't as bad as now, which means that it still goes up. And then you also had to add the shrinkflation. A lot of stuff is actually coming in the same boxes, but there's less of it. So you got shrinkflation on one hand. People are getting bigger wages, but for some fucking reason the economy is booming. You know what? If the economy is booming, where is the wealth going? Where is the wealth going? I mean, maybe it is. You know, maybe everything is booming. Maybe everything is great. But like, they're not in my pockets, and they certainly aren't in yours. So like, where's the money? And there's a lot of TikTokers like this, by the way. It's a trend now with people talking about their shopping experiences and how much money they used to make versus how much money they're making now. But you don't really need TikTokers to tell you the obvious. All you need to do is to take a visit to your grocery store, which apparently, according to the Democrats, like this is also funny, right? The stores are the greedy ones. Like for some reason during COVID, for I don't know, like no reason whatsoever, all the store owners got together and they say, you know what? Since the government is printing money, let's raise our prices. Like this is the conspiracy theory that we're supposed to believe. Like it's every single store, all of a sudden for no reason whatsoever. Like they didn't do this in 2019, they didn't do it in 2018, but they did it in 2020. And they were like, okay, let's just raise the prices, and they kept raising them since. Imagine blaming the private sector for the government printing money. The private sector doesn't have the printing press last time I checked. Anyway, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. And don't forget that in the unlikely event you want to support the channel, there's a link into the pinned comment section. It will take you all the way to my subscribe star. And I'm not greedy. I haven't raised my prices due to inflation. I'm still offering the same buyer's remorse I always did. Prices are still the same. And I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.